Hello, our power year number nines, and welcome to Gemma's Window November 2019. Now, if you are unsure of what your year number is, you can just check it out in the information box below. The calculations are there. And remember, nines, you only have to calculate your power year once for the entire year of 2019. Your monthly numbers change, and that's where I come in. If you're a power year number 9 in the month of November 2019, that means you're in the month of 2. So let's review what those numbers mean for you. A power year 9 is pretty much about endings. And there's nothing to be scared of, nines, because the potential for endings are endless. And there's so many that are good endings. 9 is also a very humanitarian number, and it's a teacher's number, and it's a seeing the big picture number. And that may be more of a theme for your year. In the month of 2, the 2 is about teamwork and working together. So you may not want to compromise. Or you may need someone to compromise with you. Or you may be the peacemaker somewhere, trying to get others to work together. 2 is also a very romantic number. It can mean coupling, making that commitment, but along with that can mean breakup. So let's take a look at your important numbers of the month, nines, and you always have 3 super days of every month, and that's the 9th, the 18th, and the 27th. Those are the days that the universe has your back and wants you to make an extra effort to get more of what you want. Now, we have a whole bunch of days here. You might want to jot them down, or you can just come back and listen to them again. And I've chosen days that really reflect activity and action in terms of job and finance. So there are days to get the job or to make changes at the workplace. There's days for finance where you ask for a raise or expect money to show up for you, or have issues of finance on these days. And those are the 2nd, the 6th, the 11th, the 15th, the 20th, the 24th, and the 29th. Now, days for romance. Power year 9s. Good days for romance for you in November are the 4th, the 13th, and the 22nd. Now we have days to expect changes. Now you may make a change. You may decide to make a change on these days, or a change may just come to you. Those days are November 3rd, November 12th, November 21st, and November 30th. So what we can do is we have 3 different decks of cards, and we're going to do 3 different areas of your life, nines. We're going to take a look at first business, second romance, lastly any question that you have on your mind and what's the best outcome we can expect. So we're shuffling tarot cards, and I'm going to use for you numerology, my own clairvoyance, and these cards to determine the best answers for the most of you. And we're shuffling, and we're going to take a look right now at business and people who have jobs. I want to take a look at people who are already in a workplace and see what's happening for some of you around you. So this is the first time I've really ever, I think, seen this. And you are in the year of endings, and I feel like you have intuitive feelings about how work is going down. And I think that there are going to be changes at your workplace, and I think that you're right. And I feel like you may have been there for a long time, or you may have seen this coming for a long time, or your intuition has already told you something's up. Something's changing, or maybe it's been an announcement and everybody knows that. But your instincts are correct that I feel like you're hanging in there. I don't feel like you're trying to make an exit before all of this goes down. Or maybe the cards are suggesting to you to go ahead and hang in there if you do hear of changes, and it all happens in this month of November. I feel like you're working with people, and you are in this month of 2, and you're trying to hang in there and give people the benefit of the doubt that things are going to be okay. I don't feel like you are going to be affected in a negative way by these changes. I actually feel like the changes are happening to others, and not to you. And I think that if your instincts have been telling you, I hate this, and I'm nervous, and I don't feel right, and I feel uncomfortable for some reason, but on the other hand, I either feel like it's not going to happen to me. I hate to say that, but I do, or I don't have anywhere else to go, so I kind of have to wait and see what happens. I feel like you may have a choice in the matter. Some of you may have choices as to, well, here's the skinny. We're changing the dynamics at the workplace, and we are going to offer you this, or you're going to have to move on, because this is another, title for your job, and there's going to be other requirements that you're going to have to do, plus what you used to do. That happens a lot. But I still think that you're hanging in there, and you're going to see and try to make it work. You're in that month of 2. So basically that's the gist of it for you, that you are going to try to work things out with others. So that's a good thing. I don't mind that. And I'm going to shuffle these cards now and take a look for you 9s who are actually looking for a job. And you all may be doing that, or a different type of career, because you're in this year of endings. So let's take a look there and see what happens. Good news and change coming your way. That's a nice, very nice. Wow. Okay. There's nothing that we can say wrong about this. If you're looking for that position, no matter where you are, if you're looking for something new, a change, anything along those lines, whether you're working or not, you have a perfect partnership. So I feel like perhaps it's serendipitous, perhaps it's not. Perhaps you worked your butt off to make this connection, but there's a perfect partnership card looming around you 9s to whisk you away into this change or good news or sudden happening to you. And there we have the Magician card, where you are off on a new frontier. You are able to make it happen. It's a switch of career, or going back to school, or a change of some kind. And or just getting that new job, and it's a new place. You are going to make it wow, very, very strong cards coming to you in this month of November for looking for that new job or change of job. If you are a power year number 9, is that you make a connection somewhere and it works on your behalf. Very, very nice, 9s. Okay, let's move on to romance and relationship. And let's take a look. We're going to shuffle these cards and take a look at romance. And let's look first, 9s, for those of you in a relationship. Let's see if you're looking at ending anything this year. And you're in that month of 2, so that's a pretty sexy month, and we're going to see what's going on for our 9s who are in relationship-aroos. You got some radical things going on. Let's take a look at this. Now, We have, once again, now this is a different deck, and we have the perfect partnership card again in the same position. So you've got some good things going on in your life, and I'm wondering if you're feeling like they've either lost some of their spark, or if what you're questioning here, but you've got a good thing going on, and what I feel like is somebody comes out of the woodwork to possibly shake things up. So you're putzing along nines in your relationship this year, and somewhere along the line in November or in and around now, somebody comes into being that maybe shakes things up a little bit and put some doubt into your mind, put some doubt into your partner's mind. And then I have the limbo card. So this is what I will suggest to you. I'm not buying them and I'm not believing them. This new thought or idea that comes into place that you think might make some changes to your relationship goes on and on and on. It doesn't really come to fruition, not in this month of November. So I'm suggesting what the cards are suggesting and the universe is suggesting is not to make any rash moves in this month of November in your relationship. And if your partner presents some kind of rash change, try to work with them and get them off the ledge about it, and try to just stall as much as you can, because it's really not going to happen. It's really not going to come to fruition just yet. You're going to be moving into December, which is the month of 3, and then moving into January, the month of 4. That's when things are more concrete and cemented. So you may have a couple of months before you really have to face this or come to terms with it or really get an answer about it. All right, my nines, I'm going to move on to those of you looking for love, looking for a relationship. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And here we go. Oh, nice. Nice. You are in this month of 2. Nice. Ooh. So my feeling is that you have been feeling like perhaps things aren't going the way you want. Maybe you've had a breakup, or maybe you've been waiting for someone to call you back, or something along these lines. This applies to you too. Or you've just had a hard time. You've just had a hard time in the recent past, and then suddenly, ta-da! Something wonderful comes your way, or someone wonderful comes your way, or a situation that really lends itself to, oh my God, finally, I'm living in a town that just isn't helping me, and now I'm going to be able to make a change and live in a more exciting place, or something like that. But there is something coming in this month of November that really works for you to find love. This is the Knight of Cups card, and he's my marriage proposal card. So something is coming around the corner to work out for you. And then I have my Empress card, which is delayed success. So what she's saying as a major arcana is, yes, indeed, it's coming, but just to have a little patience for things to work out. Now, take my words, because I'm thinking of a million scenarios in my mind to describe to you, but I may only confuse the situation, or sometimes I get confused and lose my train of thought. So you may have had your hand slapped when you said, you wanted to get engaged, and you have since maybe broken up, or you think it's the end of the relationship, and yet there's a turnaround, and there may be a delay, but it's happening. The Empress card is also about pregnancy, so do be careful out there if that's not something that you're looking for or something that you want. The Empress card also represents the number 9. So it can mean that one thing's got to end for you. You really got to get your mind off of it to move forward into something new and someone new that's just around the corner, nines, in this month of November. And the universe is trying to put it together for you, but you have to be free for that. Okay, nines, we're moving on to our last segment, and that is a question that you have. What area of your life would you like to ask about? And I'm going to ask about what's the best outcome we can expect for you. Okay, so I'm shuffling these cards and we're going to ask what's the best outcome. Now, it can be again about business. It can be again about love. It can be about anything. It can be about health. What's the best possible outcome to your question? In this year of 9, in this month of 2. Okay. So, it looks to me, nines, that it's up to you to broach the subject, to bring up again. The timing is now for something that you want. And if you've already done that by the time you hear this, then you've done the right thing, because the only way you're going to get an answer to your situation is to lay it out there for what you want. And then a big decision comes your way. A big decision is coming your way. And again, I had mentioned this before. The month of 3, which you're going into for December, it ain't the month for big decisions, but it is the month for more lightness, fun, flirty, maybe meeting someone else, or maybe wanting to start to see other people. These are just examples. It can be in anything. You might want to start working part-time instead of full-time. But the situation has to be broached, or you want to go get out of some kind of therapy. You don't like the therapy that you're on. You've given it time, or you give it time and you don't like it. You don't like the side effects of the medication. And so that maybe you discuss it with the doctor, and what the answer usually is about side effects is no, those aren't typical side effects. And you know they are because you're having them, so that you have to make a big decision. Am I going to continue this way or not? So 2 is a great month. November's a great month if the decision comes in for you to make it. 3 is more about thinking about it, but January is a great time for you to make that decision too. So if it lingers and hangs in there and you have some time, those are better months, November and January, to make that decision. Okay, nines, that's what we have for you today. Thank you for joining Gemma's Window. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you. And if you'd like to know more about me in a private reading, please jump onto Gemma's Window at gmail.com. Okay, see you next time. That's all for now. Bye-bye.